After 3 years of being up on Cartoon Network / Adult Swim, the block has finally come to an end. This time, for good. 2023 has been seen in a nightmare of the next. Remember when Cartoon Network lost 2 more hours? Yep, they did. But sadly, this was for the best because Adult Swim was expanding while Cartoon Network is dying as they barely get new shows. And with the introduction of Checker Past, it was a massive success on Adult Swim's side. But it wouldn't be for long. As of present day 2024, or I should say soon to be 2025, we get to see that this block, a family block which used to be on Cartoon Network, which now became a part of Adult Swim, following the big sacrifice of Cartoon Network losing its hours. ACME Night is gone. It's confirmed, confirming that ACME Night is dead for good. No, this isn't a rumor. This is real. Actually real. You think I'm lying? Check out Kawaii-mation if you want to, as it is confirmed. With Family Guy coming back and with Adult Swim expanding, one of the biggest sacrifices that Adult Swim has to make is ditch Toonami Rewind and discontinue ACME Night altogether. What do you suppose to think? What do you suppose to think? Is Toonami Rewind going to keep going? Of course not. Because it wouldn't be enough. And besides that, Family Guy, which used to be Adult Swim's biggest thing, which was Adult Swim's biggest thing, is going to come back at the fact. And one of these sacrifices that Adult Swim had to do is discontinue Toonami Rewind. Yep, it's true. Keep in mind that the downfall of ACME Night had something to do with the fact that it's Warner Brothers Discovery. No, don't blame David Zaslav like he is the next Will Smith as always, because none of the stupid decisions and other sorts is not Zaslav's fault. Seriously, stop blaming David Zaslav like he is Will Smith, saying this is all your fault, David Zaslav. Now, I'm not trying to defend David Zaslav in any way. Hey, I'm just giving y'all constructive criticism to stop blaming him too much. This is going on way too far enough. I'm sick and tired of this. This is all your fault, Zaslav. This is all your fault, Zaslav. That. It's time to stop. He had no involvement on what he had to do, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know what's going on here. But let's just move on. The downfall of ACME Night has something to do with the fact that ever since when Cartoon Network lost another hour to Adult Swim, that was when we get to see the introduction of Checkered Past. And it was also been confirmed that ACME Night was going to be a part of Adult Swim while still airing family-friendly movies. And here's something I do not know. They aired Matilda, of all things. I watched it on Freeform before, and it just came to ACME Night? Oh, please. Oh, and here's another part. They aired the Lego Movie on Adult Swim. What the fuck is this? Is this a joke? Was that a joke? well, to my honesty, apparently it wasn't a joke. I I just had to find out, and then at the next moment, what would be next? Huh? What would be next? I'm sorry. Adult Swim then lost. Cartoon Network or Adult Swim altogether then lost their mind to air Matilda of all things. Even even the Lego Movie, it didn't make no sense. But then again, yes, Acme Night was what became a part of Adult Swim, but that's not good enough excuse for the fact that the Lego Movie should not be on Adult Swim in the first place. Ace. To be fair, neither Matilda is fit for Adult Swim material. Oh. Both of them aren't fit for Adult Swim material or airings. Honestly, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Adult Swim being a part of Adult Swim, it's not good. To be fair, neither was moving. Neither was moving Cartoon Network's potential coming to Acme Night was a good idea. Moving them to Adult Swim wasn't such a good idea. The next Cartoon Network show that was meant for Cartoon Network, what happens to be Invincible Fight Girl, which was moved to Adult Swim rather than Cartoon Network. That's yet again another lost potential. I mean, but then again, imagine what would happen if Cartoon Network mistreated the show next, and see if it would be a tax write-off, like what happened to that Batman series, which is the Beware of the Batman show, which been taxed right off when it was on DC Nation alongside with Teen Titans Go, and at the fact that it aired in a marathon as part of Adult Swim's Toonami, Cartoon Network's Toonami. Who cares which side Toonami is on? I would just say Toonami at this point. And I don't care which side it's on Cartoon Network or Adult Swim. It just doesn't matter. All that matters is with Acme Night gone, what next? Well, Acme Night was given the boot due to Family Guy, and as of right now, the time slot that Acme Night was been aired in is now being replaced by King of the Hill reruns. It's true. And FYI, the Acme Night block was an idea from Tom Ascheim, which he's trying to make Cartoon Network into more of the everyone channel. A family-oriented channel filled with airing shows aimed for all ages. Whatever you're young or a senior or a teen or an adult as such. That was such a good idea. Introducing us Cartoonito and Acme Night, they were a cool concept. I mean, it's amusing to see Cartoonito being added to Cartoon Network. The concept is being fashioned when it kind of reminds me of Noggin, when it kind of reminds me of Noggin and Cartoon Network airing movies again since the Flicks block ended, which was a good idea. However, there were mixed opinions and were mixed reception conducts from Cartoon Network fans, including the viewers themselves. It alienated fans a lot. Due to a lot of concerning Cartoon Network airing live action shows again since 2013's Incredible Crew, and and also airing live action movies, and also airing preschool shows on Cartoon Network, was even more concerning. A lot of Cartoon Network fans ain't bothering to have Cartoon Network do this. They're not letting Cartoon Network try to imitate Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. To be fair, it was imitating both of them, though. And you gotta understand why on earth they were doing that, because if you guys look at Nickelodeon and if you look at the Disney Channel, they have some successful live action shows, and they have successful movies, and they also have successful preschool shows. Even the cartoons themselves. So, and also remember when Cartoon Network had the Hall of Game Awards? Yeah, that was a really terrible decision. But then again, they Cartoon Network wanted to join the bandwagon and dipping their toes into the live action pool market. But guess how it turned out? It went horribly wrong. Problems? None of the shows didn't last more than a year, and at the fact that none of these shows really got good ratings. And also due to plagiarism, giving the live action shows that Cartoon Network produced gave the shows an unfavorable reception. Yeah. Cartoon Network trying to do experiments always kept on failing again and again and again. And I was actually really excited because Cartoon Network really needed the potential and the variety it needs. And Cartoonito was honestly one of them to try and get some potential in the variety of the scheduling for Cartoon Network, instead of just airing that damn Teen Titans Go all day. But guess what? It didn't last long. It just didn't last that long. So yeah, it's true. Acme Night is confirmed to be discontinued. Now, yeah, Acme Night being killed off, yeah, that hurt. But I wouldn't say some people were right that Acme Night should not be on Cartoon Network at the time. But Cartoon Network really needed something so they could air movies again. They can't just air just TV programs all damn day. They need to air the movies again, like they used to do ever since when they had their own family movie block. Remember, the flicks and cartoon theater. Cartoon Network even had a movie madness block back in the 2000s. I should say like somewhere in 2007. Yeah, you know where it's going. You know what I'm talking about. According to one of the users in Quaimations, Acme Night is officially over. The final film movie was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the 2005 movie film. Once it was over, it quietly switched back to Adult Swim programming without any send-off. Meaning everyone all gave a shit, or some people, not all people, didn't give a shit. Honestly, I understand a lot of people didn't like Acme Night at this point because it was airing live action movies. But honestly, if it wasn't for Acme Night at the time, if it wasn't for Acme Night, I wouldn't have made those movie introductions, remember when Cartoon Network had aired that Detective Pikachu movie? Yeah, been a long time since we've seen something that's Pokemon themed on Cartoon Network since 2017. When I remember Cartoon Network had lost Pokemon. it has ran on Cartoon Network from 2002 of all years when I was born to 2017. That show has been on that network for 15 years. Very, very, very. It was very bizarre to see a Pokemon movie air on Cartoon Network, and it was pretty fun. And also, the Purgatory Hours was very useful as well. Remember those bizarre moves that Cartoon Network had made? They aired a True TV original. They aired the Wipeout reboot. They even aired Family Matters. It was like wow. I mean, it's pretty understandable on why they did it is because they're trying to bring some either nostalgic or bring in some fans who loves Wipeout to the channel to see if Cartoon Network could air some more of those. But it wouldn't last long because that but it wouldn't last long, and also airing one of these shows was really alienated Cartoon Network fans even more. Live action. And also, plans for Acme Night have been very great. Acme Night was supposed to air Unicorn Warriors Eternal and Batman Caped Crusader. However, both of those shows didn't come to Cartoon Network. For Unicorn Warriors Eternal, it went to Adult Swim, but then they aired as a marathon on the main Cartoon Network channel. That was the first. But then Unicorn Warriors Eternal went back to Adult Swim. Fun while it lasted. I just didn't know. I just didn't even realize that Unicorn Warriors Eternal even was on Cartoon Network as a marathon. Finally, and thank the living God. Wow. Instead of Teen Titans Go, we had a Unicorn Warriors Eternal marathon on the Cartoon Network exactly like I expected for Invincible Fight Girl to try and do a marathon on the main Cartoon Network channel, right? No. Oh, strictly it's meant for Adult Swim. As of recently, it's airing on Toonami alongside with My Adventures with Superman, and I forgot that My Adventures with Superman was meant to be for Acme Night, and also there was also meant to be a Steve Urkel cartoon that was meant to come to Acme Night. Actually, what was that title? Oh wait, it's this. Did I do that on a holiday? Yeah, that. Yeah, I sound like Steve Urkel. Oh, yeah. I don't know how I do it, but I keep on saying, did I say that? Okay, enough with the laughs. So in conclusion, it's sad to see that Acme Night has been seen its fate and its death. Honestly, it should have just been on Cartoon Network in the first place and push it towards to 4 p.m. rather than 5 p.m. But then again, it wouldn't work. So what would be next for the Cartoon Network and Adult Swim as of right now? We may never know. But look on the bright side. We got Family Guy returning, so it's a surprise to see that Adult Swim got the rights to Family Guy back. But what about But what about the Cartoon Network? Well, somebody did suggest that Cartoon Network should get their 5 p.m. and their 5 to 8 p.m. time slots back. I kind of doubt that. Even if they do try to bring them back, we get more repeats of the same freaking show over and over again with no variety or something. That's the big problem. Cartoon Network barely got new shows. The next new upcoming show that is going to be for and strictly for Cartoon Network will be you guessed it, Ayana Child of Wonder. Seriously, this might be Ayana Child of Wonder might be a huge hit for Cartoon Network actually. But what about one of the acquired shows like Jade Armor? Not happening. So unfortunately with Tom Ashheim gone, Jade Armor is not officially coming to Cartoon Network in the US. So Jade Armor is out of the question. And so yeah. What a big bummer. Was a Cartoon Network meant to aim towards girls? Well, they were certainly doing that with live action, which was the only way to reach more girls, which is a complete unacceptable idea. We don't need live action to reach more girls. There were already a lot of girl-themed animated shows that Cartoon Network should have aired that was meant for girls. And guess what we're gonna have? Totally Spies returning to Cartoon Network. When was the last time Cartoon Network has aired that show? I don't know. Probably back in 2010 or 2011. If I'm wrong, help me out here. Oh, I don't know the last time Cartoon Network has aired Totally Spies, actually. Well, I might say sometime in the early 2010s, or sometime in 2010. And that's why I'm just calling it. With Acme Night gone, what would this mean? Well, Cartoon Network won't air movies anymore, but they will air movies though, despite no movie block anymore. But hey, at least Cartoon Network has tried, and how the way but the way that Acme Night has been treated, it was downright terrible and rage-inducing. Too amusing that it went on some hiatuses for Futurama reruns. The joke got old-fashioned when Acme Night has been fully limited to airing shows that are meant for the older adults and tweens and teenagers, instead of the families, which is pretty bluntly weird. It felt like Acme Night might be on its way out. Oh, or it's just playing on autopilot, waiting till it ran out of fuel. I mean, I also finally remember how when they aired Bob's Burgers and Futurama on the main Cartoon Network during the purgatory hours. What a bizarre way. What a bizarre thing to end Acme Night like that. So, sayonara, Acme Night. We had a blast, but now it's time for you to go. Oh, as I just commented on Artie Raccoon Reviews' video. Oh, on one of his videos, though. So this is Taj Mir, the Random Fan 2002. Out.